In this video, we'll be covering how to narrow down your search results in a database to make it easier to find the articles relevant to your research topic. After you've done your first search for articles, if your topic is one a lot of articles have been written about, you might see a frighteningly huge number of results and wonder, how am I going to find what will help me with my project out of all of these thousands of articles on dozens of pages? You can use filters on the search results page to give you a smaller number of articles that are more focused on your research question. Typically, filters are on the left-hand side of your search results, though on at least some of our databases, they may be on the right. These are options you can select to tell the database what criteria you want an article to match in terms of keywords, date of publication, place of publication, or other options before it is listed in your search results. This video will use a ProQuest search results page to demonstrate how to refine your search with filters, but the features shown will be available on other databases' search results pages as well, so what you learn here will transfer over if you are searching somewhere else. So let's start off with a search about media piracy law. This is a search that will get us over 71,000 results, which is a huge amount when you will probably only need 10 or 20 articles to write your paper. Before I do any filtering, I'll change how my search is sorted. By default, the search has been sorted to show the most recently published papers first. In some cases, I'd want this, but since I'm trying to get a general sense of what's been written that is closest to my topic, I'll use the Sorted By dropdown to switch the search results sorting to relevance, so the articles that mention the topic keywords the most will be nearer to the top. This will help me judge if the filters I'm using are getting me relevant articles. This did not change the number of search results, it just makes it easier to see which discuss my topic the most. A good next step to filter results by is date. The results here go all the way from 1858 until now. If you're researching, say, Shakespeare, an article from the 1850s isn't necessarily going to be less useful than one from 2 years ago, and the date wouldn't matter. But for other subjects, your professor might consider even a 6-year-old article to be too outdated. So you'd want to make sure to remove all articles that are too old from your search results. If you know you won't use them anyway, they might as well stop cluttering up the page to keep you from seeing the articles you could use. In the case of this search, the research topic is connected to internet piracy. So anything older than, say, 1999 can't possibly be actually about laws related to internet piracy. So I'll enter 1999 where it says from, and 2022 where it says to, and then select Update to make that the range of my results. That changed throughout about 3,000 articles that we don't need. Let's also select based on source type. What you do here will depend on what your topic is. For some topics or classes, you might be able to use information that came from a lot of different places, so let's choose more to see the options this database has. For something that has a business angle, you might want to add trade journals. If you are looking at media coverage of an issue, or if you know that some aspects of your topic are so new that they may not have yet made it to scholarly journals, you might choose to include magazines and newspapers as sources in your search results. For the purposes of this video, let's say I was searching for one of the more common scenarios, one where the professor wants me to use scholarly peer-reviewed journals. So I'll choose the box for peer-reviewed and scholarly journals for my source type. That made a big impact. Now there are under 6,500 articles left in our results. That's 90% of the articles that wouldn't help me do my paper gone. But there's still more that filters can do. All of those other filters were about when the articles came out and what kind of source published them. This next one, subject, lets you narrow your results based on what is actually written about in the article. So the keywords in this menu correspond to the ones that are used to describe the articles in the search results. You can select the More link to see a full list that you can organize by how common the keywords are, or in alphabetical order if you want to look for specific words. If you're not sure which keywords are on relevant articles and which will only be on irrelevant ones, you can open up a few articles from your results to see their titles and what keywords are on them. For instance, these ones about media piracy have piracy and copyright as keywords, and this one about piracy, as in the kind with boats, has maritime law as a keyword. After looking at different article keywords, I'll select intellectual property, piracy, and copyright as being keywords that need to be on an article before it is in my narrower results list. In ProQuest databases, I can also select that I want to exclude certain keywords, so I'll choose to exclude articles with maritime law as a keyword. This can be handy if your topic has a lot of different dimensions to it, or if one of your search keywords has multiple meanings. Then I'll apply the keywords. Now the number of results have been narrowed down even further to around 1,400, and most of the results near the top have titles about media piracy and how it pertains to the law. You may have noticed that every time a filter is added, a line appears in this Applied Filters box. This can tell you at a glance what filters you have, and each are easy to get rid of. If I've decided that my search has been narrowed too far, I'll just click the X next to the filter that I don't want anymore. This can also help if I want to switch between different searches. Like maybe I want to just see the articles about software piracy by selecting that object on the subject filter. Then I can get back rid of that keyword after opening a few articles if I want to get back to more general articles on my larger topic. Additional options you can use in most databases are publication title, for if there's a particular journal, magazine, or newspaper you want to search within, and language, for if you only want to look at articles in a particular language. Filters are how you can take a search results page with tens of thousands of articles that might be related to your topic and turn it into a more manageable number of results that better match your research interests. Different databases give you different ways to do this, but they function very similarly. If you run into any issues while trying to do research, feel free to contact the library. We're here to help.